everyone, welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about How to Get a Life in 10 Dates by Jenny L. Howe. And I got this off of NetGalley and Becky got it in different places.
Yeah, I got the e-book off of Edelweiss, and then I got the e-audio, which is what I ended up doing, was I listened to it off of NetGalley.
And so we're having a debate over whether it's Hallie or Haley. We're going to go with Haley. But this book is about Haley, who is not a serial dater, I guess, is really kind of how they set it up because she goes on different dates, but she's like single. However, her sister is getting married, and so she needs to bring a plus one to this event. But she's tired of how her family and her friends are all like, "You're too picky with the dates that you go on," and she's like, "You know what? Enough." She selects a few of her family members, like her mom and her granddad, and her sister and two of her friends. They each get a chance to pick two different dates for her to go on with them. The dates that they pick have to fill out this questionnaire, and there are certain stipulations, but she will honestly go into these dates to see if she can find her, her match or her plus one. And if none of these dates work out because she's genuinely trying, then they will all leave her alone about her romantic life for 6 months. The only problem is her best friend, who she spends like all of her time with, Jack. She's still trying to get over him. She totally has like the feels for him, not just as the best friend, but romantically. The only thing is, when they hooked up in Hawaii, something happened that ended terribly, and so she knows that he is not an option. So she's trying to move on with that while also kind of checking out these 6 different dates. And basically, Jack decides that he actually wants to throw his hat back in the ring. I'm trying not to give like anything away, but that I think was part of the summary. That was part of the summary.
Was it? Okay.
I can double check, but that was part of the summary.
Okay.
And so we'll see what happens in the future. I had fun with this. I laughed with it. There were some really funny parts. I thought like there was one part where the guy brought his emotional support bird, and he was not very well trained. And that was funny and interesting. Though, is that okay? Like, is that okay to kind of use that?
I don't know. I thought in the state of Ohio, it's only dogs that are.
Questionably morally okay. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm of two minds with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of wish that the bird was well behaved, and as opposed to like kind of poking fun at it. I don't know, because if it's like a legitimate thing, like,
I don't know. So, and I think it's funny that you said that you thought it, like you laughed, because I finished this book and I was like, wow, that's a rom-com that I didn't find funny at all. So, and
oh,
like,
fun.
so, and this to me was like one of those, like, I've seen it. I usually like these, but like to me, it has to be original. Like it has to stand out in some way. And to me, like even the dates didn't stand particularly out. Like these are very like cut and dry. Um,
I thought the dates did stand out. I mean, because you got the accountant guy who was totally a jerk and then was like feeding her. That was weird. And then you've got like, I don't know, some of the date locales, and then like the dumpling place. I was like, I kind of want to try those.
I also kind of feel like they sped through like some of the stuff. Like
They did. So my biggest problem with this book was we've got basically you got essentially what ends up being a love triangle, and they both are great options, and I'm totally down with it. But then it was like flip of a switch. The author decides, no, I want this one to be the one that wins out overall, and like so then this other guy like
he becomes more like horribly flawed in a matter of like
right, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. I'd rather you would have like weaved it in better and not like just flip of a switch done that.
Right. Like that's actually one of the reasons I think that I responded so poorly to this book. And that's like that is my problem with all of these like love triangles, like because you can write a love triangle book and they both be perfectly fine people, and then all of a sudden you just don't. But it was like they were like she was so happy with this other guy and everything was great, and then all of a sudden when Jack's like pick me, um, like pick
That's a
me.
spoiler.
No, because it's in the description. It says he throws himself into the mix. That's the
Okay.
actual description from the publisher. No, just like pick me, choose me, love me. But like then all of a sudden, like the other guy that she was interested in, it was like she went from like she was happy with him, and all of a sudden she's like, well, but like we don't agree on this, and we don't agree on that, and he
Well,
doesn't
the
like
thing is,
this,
like,
and he doesn't
I
like
wasn't
that.
sold with Jack though. Like, he had some not baggage, but he did some pretty crappy things in the past. And like, you need to like you need to get me to like him as much as she does because I'm not there yet. He's a good option, but I'm not there yet.
But I'm also like I felt and I'm gonna say Hallie, but like the audiobook, half the time it was Hallie, half the time it was Haley. Um I I don't know. I didn't particularly like warm up to her either. Like I felt like honestly it was one of those like maybe you should choose yourself for a while and like
Well, but
figure
there
out
were
what
some good kind of character details with it that I thought like integrated. They seemed good to me as far as kind of her being bisexual. And wasn't Jack also bisexual?
I don't think so,
Remember.
but
I don't know, but like
I
that part of it. So some of the dates were with men and some of them were with women. Like that was an interesting kind of feature that
right.
didn't feel like a box being checked. Like it felt natural for her character. But then also, I appreciated the way they addressed the mental health issues, both with Haley and Jack. Both were going through two different things and kind of talking about kind of getting mentally healthy, and that was really well done, I thought.
Well, and like they did talk about like different kind of treatment from it. Like some people prefer medication and some people prefer therapy. So that to me like that was like the redemption of the book because like I was like okay like it's fine, but to me that was the strongest part.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like I didn't particularly love the characters. I didn't particularly love the story, and like I said, I and that is a big pet peeve of mine when you have a love triangle and you're like, we're just gonna like throw something out there to settle this.
I mean, I had fun with it. Would I go back to this world? No. Like, do I want to know about any of the other characters? No. But like, I had fun enough with it. So I think we're at the point where we can rate it, right? So
Yeah.
our rating scale starts with 5 unicorns. It goes down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn and is therefore a horse. Where are you?
I'm wavering between a 2 and a 3. I'm going to go with a 3 just because I do really appreciate when mental illness is realistically discussed in a book. So,
So I'm gonna go with the 3. I was thinking about a 4, but then kind of you're bringing it down. But I mean, you have some good points. I don't know. I mean, I had fun when I was reading it, but like reflecting on it, it's not like holding up to where it should be. So I think I'm gonna go with the 3 unicorns. So I guess that's where we're at on How to Get a Life in 10 Dates by Jenny L. Howe. So
and
we'll
we'll
see you around.
bye.